Hello, friends. Today's topic is you cannot hate yourself into changing. And I feel like I could really just leave it at that, but I will elaborate. You cannot hate yourself into changing, my love. You can't. It's not possible. You will still hate yourself whenever you get to the next goal. I promise you, when you get to that next goal, you're not going to absolutely love yourself and your whole entire mindset is going to change. You need to start with the love. You need to start with the appreciation. You need to start with the gratitude because guess what? You're a fucking bad bitch. You are. And if you're a man watching, I don't know what the equivalent is, but whatever that is, you're that. And the only way you're going to get through these transformations, changing and putting your energy into yourself is when you know that, when you embody that, and when you walk around with that energy. When you're like, I fucking hate myself and I need to do X, Y, and Z in order to love myself, you're not going to get anywhere. You are not. Okay, we're going to start with a simple example, your body. If you hate your body, why do you think after you lose 10 pounds you're going to love your body? Yes, you're gonna look skinnier, but like, what really is changing? Nothing, bro. Your body has changed and your mindset is still going to be the same. And you're gonna want to lose 10 more pounds. And it's just going to be a never ending cycle if you continuously hating yourself. Instead, you should love yourself while you're the 10 extra pounds and say, you know what, I really love myself. I don't be honest. This is where I think a lot of people mess up self-love and self-hate. They think they need to hate on themselves in order to upgrade, but it's like you can love yourself and be honest with yourself and have that moment where it's like, I love my body. Or no, maybe you don't love your body, okay? Maybe you just look in the mirror and you feel absolutely disgusting, gross, like there's literally not a single thing that you like about your body. And that's the reality of some situations sometimes. Like life happens and that's just, it is what it is, right? So, but you can still love yourself. You can love who you are as a person. You can love the things about yourself that make you you. And look yourself in the mirror and be like, I'm gonna be honest, I really don't like what's going on with my body. I don't like what it looks like. I don't like how I feel in my body. I don't like just how I look in my clothes. I don't like how I fit in my clothes. Also, another thing is, if you did outgrow your clothes, go get new clothes. Clothes are meant to fit you. You're not meant to fit the clothes, right? So if that's your situation and you have the ability to go get some new clothes, please do that because your body deserves clothes that fit. You deserve clothes that fit. And, it shouldn't be your main goal to fit back into something that fit a couple years ago. It shouldn't. I mean, maybe it will. Maybe it is a goal. But while you don't fit it, don't continue wearing the stuff that don't fit. Like, that doesn't make sense. You're literally shrinking yourself into a version that does not exist in this moment. Point being, be honest with yourself. You don't have to hate yourself to be honest with yourself. You don't. Please, there are enough people hating on you in this world, and they're not even hating on you, they're hating on themselves. And then in turn, they hate on you because they don't know how to be positive about other people when they feel these negative emotions inside themselves. But that's a whole different topic. Love on yourself. Love that you have this body that can move and that you have the ability and the brain power to learn how to start going to the gym. You have the ability to research. You have the ability to eat good foods and all of these different things and do it to the best of your ability. And that is literally all that you can do. And don't cheat yourself. Stop cheating yourself. There's no reason to cheat yourself. And again, the honesty part is so key. For example, let's talk about my last vlog. A random day in my life. Girl, because that was supposed to be a productive day in my life, but let's be honest, that was not productive at all. Yes, I did my laundry. I think that's it. I didn't even cook. I made myself some fruit salad. And that's all I had in me that day. And I had such well intentions of getting all this stuff done. I did do some good stuff. So I had a bigger list. I did not complete the whole list. But at the end of the day, I did not have the energy. And there's situations where you have to push through that. But like, if you don't have the mental strength and the mental endurance at that time to go through that, then you're going to physically exhaust yourself, right? So I decided that I did what I could do on that day. And the thing is, I was smoking too. I was not doing the best of my ability in terms of thinking with my full brain, let's say. I don't even know what the right words are, but I had to be honest with myself that like I didn't get everything done, but I did get some good stuff done. So I wasn't lying to myself. I wasn't like, oh, I got everything done that I wanted to, so I rewarded myself with smoking, because that's a damn lie. No, I just smoked the whole fucking day for whatever reason I wanted to. Cool. And then I'm able to be like, this is what I need to do the next days, or this is, I'm glad I took this time. And then I can appreciate myself instead of being down on myself, because I did everything that I felt I could do, right? Maybe I could have done, maybe I could have done more. You know, I don't know, because whatever, but I did what I felt I was able to do, and I was honest with myself, and I didn't hate on myself afterwards, because why? What reason? It's not going to elevate you. It's not going to make you feel better. It's going to make you feel worse. It's going to make you feel less motivated. So imagine if I went through that day and I'm like, y'all, I'm lazy as fuck. I didn't even do shit today. Da da da. The next time that I have this whole entire list where I need to get all this stuff done, I'm not even gonna want to do it, because what's the point? I didn't do it last time, so why am I gonna try again? And that's a horrible mindset to have. When you put in love to yourself, and you're empathetic and you're compassionate, and you're able to pour energy into yourself in those situations where you probably aren't doing everything to the best of your ability, that you know. And that too, we have phases in life. There's different things in life. There's different stuff going on. Like, you might feel physically tired. You might have a lot of family stuff going on. There might be a lot of emotional stuff going on. Maybe relationship issues. Maybe there's something going on with your friend, and maybe that's in the back of your mind, even though it's not even whatever. There are so many things that can alter your brain, your body, your mood, your energy, your motivation, and discipline. Everyone wants to talk about discipline, and it's like, it's not motivation, it's discipline. And yes, discipline is a very big thing, and I think it is very important. But while you're working to build discipline, you need to be honest. You're never going to get better at being disciplined if you're not honest about what you are messing up on and what you aren't messing up on. What you're successful at, beautiful, amazing. I know that I have this in my pocket, and I can now stack off of this and learn off of this. Now, if you are hating on yourself, you're not going to be able to stack off of it. You are going to think that you did absolutely nothing, when in reality, I had this big list and I only did 3 or 4 of the things instead of 5 or 6 of the things. I still did 3 or 4 of the things instead of me just laying in bed all day and deciding to not do any of the things. So yes, I got more accomplished done than if I was to do nothing, but yes, I could have also got more done. And there doesn't need to be a negative emotion associated with that, because again, the negative emotion is the reason why in the future you can't do something, because you've created such negative emotion around this. So going back to like your body, if you have a negative emotion around the gym, you went to the gym after a very long day at work and you had all these exercises you had planned, but you gave up after 3 exercises, whatever. Now, you could say, oh my God, I still went to the gym. I was tired as hell. Like, I did that. Like, I still went in there. I didn't do the best, like, that I thought I was going to do, but I did the best that I could do today. Versus if you were like, bro, I'm not even gonna go to the gym again. Like, I didn't even get shit done. Like, this shit sucks. Like, I literally can't do anything. The next time you want to go to the gym, you're gonna think back to how you felt that day and how unaccomplished, how negative, like all these different things that you were feeling. That's all you're gonna think about when you think about the gym. If you have the first mindset, you're going to be like, okay, you know what? Maybe I can do it a little better today. And then if you don't, you still have that grace. You need to give yourself grace in different situations. And obviously, I'm not saying bullshit yourself and be like, oh, it's fine, I'm good. Like, no, be honest. Be not brutally honest. What is that? Radically honest with yourself. Just be honest in a loving way. And when you start doing this with yourself, oh my goodness, you can do this with other people. And it's so beautiful, because do you know how people respond when you're not accusatory or you're not negative, but you're just bringing it up like in a, this is what I noticed kind of thing. And you let them tell a narrative. You don't create a narrative around it. You don't create a narrative around you being tired and not having the energy to complete your full workout to the ability you would be able to if you didn't go to work that day. You don't need to. This isn't honestly about honesty. It is about honesty. Really, loving yourself is being honest with yourself. That's how I feel. I feel like a big part of love is honesty, and that's how I will always feel. When you have this love for yourself, you are going to glow regardless of what is going on because you love yourself. When you love someone, thinking about you love someone else, you want to show love to someone else, right? So say, let's do your significant other, okay? You love your significant other. You want your significant other to be happy, right? You want to make sure they're good all the time, ideally. I mean, I hope. If you don't, then you might need a different partner. But you see something that reminds you of them and you're like, oh my God, I should get that for them. You think about a memory you have and it makes you happy, and all these different emotions. You look back on pictures and you're like, oh my God, I love that. And you can have that with yourself. I see flowers at the store, I fucking get them, okay? Literally, look. That's because my bouquet was too big to fit in my fucking vase. Yes. Nobody else gets me flowers like that because I know I love those flowers, and I'm going to continuously get myself flowers when I'm at the grocery store and I see them and I'm like, I want those. I need those. And I look back on pictures and I'm like, oh my God, I remember this time. You're able to give that same love to yourself. And then you're like, you want people that you love to do better in their lives. You just do. You're like, I see that you have the ability to be successful. I see it from my point of view, and I want you to be so successful badly. Like, what can I do to help you? And once you bring that energy to yourself, you're like, oh my gosh, I love myself so much. I really see myself being successful. What can I do to get there? You start having all those emotions towards yourself, and you're able to pour into yourself so much more than if you were to have negative emotions. Someone that you hate, you don't want them to do good. You're a hater. When you're a hater on someone, you are literally like, everything they do bugs you. Every like little tiny thing is like, oh, and then they did this and then they did that. But if you guys were friends and you loved on that person, that little minuscule thing would have not even affected you, not even caught your attention, anything. And that is the difference. When you start hating on yourself, you're hating every minuscule little thing, and it's so hard to build momentum off of hate. It's literally impossible. The only momentum you're building is going downhill because you're hating more and more and more and more. Once you find one thing to hate on, you find another thing to hate on, and you're like, actually, what is there to like? Because there is just so much negative energy around that. And again, it doesn't mean there's not things that you need to improve on, but coming to that aspect with love and knowing that there are improvements to be made and that you have the capability. Allow yourself to know, hey, I have the capability. I'm really that person. Like, I can really do that, and I know how to get shit done. Like, I've done this before, I can do it again. And that same thing is going to happen if you're hating yourself. I haven't done it before, so I'm not going to do it again. I'm not going to do it again, but like, I'm not going to be able to do it when I want to try it again. It's not going to help you at all. Baby. No, you guys deserve love. Every person in this world deserves love. When you come out of the womb, you are not an evil person. I don't believe any person is evil from birth, right? All these life circumstances has created people to be whoever they are. But I don't think anyone is evil to their fucking core. Like, no person in the world wants to be hated on and hate every other person around them. They don't. It's happened. Life experiences happen to them. They have been around the wrong stuff and wrong resources, wrong people, wrong environments, and that's it. That's literally it. You're not bad. If you hate yourself right now, I'm talking directly to you. There's no need to hate yourself. You are a perfect being when you came out of the womb. You are. That's it. Because your job here isn't even to accomplish anything on this earth. Your job is to be human being. Your job is to exist. And you're doing it so beautifully. There's no reason to hate yourself for being a human being. And we have all of these like sources of information coming from everywhere. Family members, internet, social media, coworkers, literally all of it. You have all of these like things coming in and you're like, what should I believe? What should I think about? Obviously not on a conscious level, but that's what happens. Even growing up from a very young kid, that's everything that's happening. And if you have more negative than positive experiences, more negative is going to get to you. So I'm here to be the positive, okay? If you need someone to tell you the positive, I'm here right now. Love yourself. You deserve that. You deserve to feel loved in the most intimate way, and I'm telling you right now, it is going to be from yourself. And it might be from other people in the future, but right now, we're not worried about that at all. Because no one else, I mean, yes, people will love you if you hate yourself, and that is just it, but you are going to accept much less from other people when you hate yourself. You're going to accept literally the bare minimum because you want someone to love you so badly because you don't know what it feels like. Show yourself what it feels like. What is the perfect example of being loved and cared about? You know exactly what you need, what you want, and you have the ability to give it to yourself. And if you don't, create a life where you have the ability to give it to yourself. If you want a man that does X, Y, and Z for you, that does this or that, brings you on vacations, gets you flowers, brings you out to eat, go do it. Go fucking do it, okay? Go figure out how to save up for that flight. Go figure out what flowers you like, and then go and eat some fucking sushi. I don't like sushi, but that's what came to my mind. I don't know. You know? It's all in the palm of your hand. And then when another person walks into your life, you're like, hold on. You don't even give me flowers? You don't like traveling? And you don't even want to go get food with me? What are we doing? But if you hate yourself and you're in your bed every day and you're like, I can't do anything in this world, and then this guy comes and he's like, let's go get some McDonald's, you're going to be like, oh my God, he literally went out of his way to give me McDonald's. And I'm not even saying this in a hating way because that was me. I've had those times. I'm not even going to lie. And I'm not ashamed to admit it because at this point, I've grown from that. And it's just a very different outlook on life. But I have been there, and I'm here to let you know you don't always have to hate yourself. And I don't even think I hated myself. I think I just looked at love differently. The love sources I had were just not as fulfilling as the love I'm able to give myself. I wasn't loved in the correct way. So I accepted whatever I accepted. No more, because I love myself and you should love yourself. And I love you. And you can't hate yourself into changing. You can't. You can't, you won't, don't try. Please. If you want to give up on something, give up on that. Don't give up on yourself. Please. Okay, I have stuff to do, but I just felt like I wanted to do a little video. It's been a little bit since I posted. I'm in such a good mood. I just took a walk. I started the 75 hard. I am feeling good. I'm feeling pumped. I'm feeling motivated. And I don't know. I wanted to share the energy with you. I'm so happy today. It's just, the sun is out. I have missed the sun so badly. Y'all don't understand. Okay, that is all. I hope you beautiful people have a lovely day, evening, week, morning, night. Yes, sending love, positivity, and peace.